is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, my entire goal is to upset you. No, I'm doing a top 10 list, top 10 best tunes in the game. Now, I'll go ahead and say this is subjective. This is based on my playing style, the tunes I like to use, the tunes I like to play with, or the ones that I find the most useful depending on the situation. So it can be subjective. However, there's certain things on this list that I think are undeniable in terms of who belongs on it. You want to mess with the order? Okay, fine, but you're going to be hard pressed to convince me that someone should be on this list that isn't on the list. That being said, I'm just going to just jump into it. I'll have honorable mentions first, but before we begin all that, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So please subscribe, please like, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe, hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Now, I have this big cat that ate the canary smile on my face. So let's get into it. First things first, honorable mentions. These are just fun characters for me, characters I like to play with. Kaga, for example, and Hawk Girl, for example. I don't get to use that often anymore. Cassandra Cain, she comes in every once in a while, and Artemis, whenever I need to stop some revivers, then that's when she comes into play. But these are my honorable mentions. I love playing with them. They've been great for me in the past. They're still good for me now, depending on the situation, and whenever I have a chance to use them, I jump at the chance to use them. So now, going back, number 10 on the list. At first, I almost didn't order it, but I was like, I can't be a wimp. I gotta put it in some kind of order. So number 1 on the list, or number 10, we're going in reverse order, is Big Barda. Since her rework, since they made her a zero-turn taunter, I use her constantly. She is the only taunter I use, no matter the affinity and balance, unless it's all greens, of course. But she is the taunter that I use. She's tanky. Whenever she gets hit, she more than likely is going to use her A2 again to keep the taunt on her. She makes the entire team tankier by spreading stamina ups. So she is my number 10. I think she's incredible. Looking at the list right now, I feel like I could have even bumped her up a couple more, but I'm gonna leave her here because part of the reason is the next one on the list is a serious threat to her. So let's go ahead and drop number 9, which is Arcus. Arcus is down the list. He is not as devastating as he used to be, let's say 6 to 9 months ago, but he can still smack you. You still have to account for him. If you don't account for him, then you're in trouble. If he gets a chance to ramp up, you're in trouble. It takes him a second to get ramped up, unlike some other tunes that may or may not be on this list. But once he's ramped, he's a nightmare to deal with. The A2 is the only thing I ever use whenever he's in. I don't even really bother with his A3. Truth be told, if I bring him, then I'm bringing him to one-shot somebody. End of discussion. That's all I need him for. I don't need him for anything else. He doesn't do anything else. So that is number 8. That is Arcus. Number 9, Arcus. Number 8. I wish I could put her higher, but now looking at it, but I can't justify it. I can't justify putting her any higher than this. Now at number 8, we are going to go with basically the female version of Arcus, which is Wonder Woman Coda. The reason she's better is because basically she has an AoE attack. If Arcus had an AoE attack, then they'd be right at the same level. On her AoE attack, which can't miss, if I'm not mistaken, which can't miss and can't miss the 75% crit damage, plus 75% crit damage. It's incredible. She wipes out entire waves, red, green, blue, doesn't matter. She's going to take them all out. Whenever she gets hit, she does the same thing. She charges up, she stacks some strength ups on herself, and then she attacks with her A1. She is an incredible tune. Her kit works really well built. So Wonder Woman Coda is my number 8. This list is going a little bit faster than I thought. Well, I guess I have nobody to debate with me right now. I could just say who I think are the best. Now, going on to number 7. Number 7 is someone that I put on the list begrudgingly, but I can't deny her usefulness in the game, and that is Cheetah. Cheetah is the counter to Martian Manhunter, who will probably be on this list. She is a good counter to Martian Manhunter. She's farmable, so if you don't have any Martian Manhunter frags, you can go ahead and get Cheetah. She'll be be able to match him up. She gives strength ups, which means she activates actually a lot of characters that require that. So like your Connor Kents, she's great with Arcus. Coda, she works great with Coda as well. Wonder Woman, Power Girl. Anyone who use strength ups and benefit or get better as they have more strength ups, like a Power Girl or Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl, or yeah, well, Wonder Woman too. Basically, they all benefit from her using her A3, which is her blood in the air, where she applies 3 strength ups. I do have that brain down right. 3 strength ups and apply an extra strength up per bleeding enemy. Now, granted, she uses it at the beginning, so nobody's bleeding at that point. So you could also run her with a Cassandra Cain, who is a strength-based toon who gives bleeds. Red Hood is the same thing. Red Hood is good off lead, although he's better on lead, but that as well. So Siren. She makes a lot of toons better. In fact, maybe I should just use her more often. But she's on here mostly because she is a great counter to Martian Manhunter, and Martian Manhunter is basically molding what you need to do whenever he's on a team. If Martian Manhunter's on the other side, then you're gonna bring a Martian Manhunter or a Cheetah. Now, Cheetah number 7, number 6, who I absolutely love. I wish he could be higher, but he can't be. This one, I don't know if it's controversial. I don't think anything I'm saying is controversial, really. I'm probably pointing out a lot of the obvious. Darkseid. Darkseid, I love him because he's amazing off lead and he's amazing at lead. Off lead, if you have Lex running lead, then he is going to buff himself, give himself intelligence ups, and then also get overheal and intelligence ups from Lex. If he's running lead, then you have this incredible passive ability, which is at the end of each teammate turn, 75% chance to call assist from the teammate to a random enemy. If Darkseid has 5 or more buffs, he's going to have 5 or more buffs. So he is an incredible toon. He's incredible at lead. He's incredible off lead. Like he's so versatile. You can use him in so many ways, and I'm tempted to. I wish I had put him up a little bit higher, actually, higher than 6. I believe he deserves to be in the top 5. As a matter of fact, last second change. Okay. Darkseid is number 5. Darkseid is going to be in my top 5. So Darkseid is number 5. Who I'm going to give you now was number 5, but I just bumped down to number 6 because he is more versatile than the character who was at number 5, even though number 5 may be a better lead. Darkseid is more versatile because he is great on lead, off lead, buffs, stamina ups, intelligence ups. So I'm gonna bump down to number 6. Now is number 6. Darkseid is 5, which is where he will stay. Number 6, bumped out of the top 5 by Darkseid, is Lex, Survival Suit Lex. Now, Survival Suit Lex, when he's at lead, this is what makes him incredible. All allies gain a medium overheal, 2 intelligence ups, if buff, 50% chance and 50% crit chance, plus 50% crit chance, and 10% turn meter up to all allies. So he's an absolutely incredible at lead. He's remarkable. He was the only lead being used for like a year just because of how incredible he was. Anytime you put any kind of buffer on him, and that was it. And PvP became very boring because you just had to make one team. For me, it was Lex with Wally West. Use Wally West as A2, buff everybody up, give everybody so much turn meter, and then hit all auto and then go. So now you'll say like Lex is a better lead than Darkseid. However, Darkseid has more versatility than Lex. If you're not putting Lex in at lead, then you're not bringing him at all. If you're not putting Darkseid at lead, you can still use him off lead with several different leads actually, and he's still effective as hell. So Darkseid number 5, Lex number 6. Now, let's move on to number 4. Number 4, if you've listened to this channel at all, you know I think he's remarkably boring, but he's remarkably boring because he's remarkably consistent. Green Lantern Hal Jordan. And the main reason why is because at the start of your turn, at the start of battle, you start with you start with a debuff immunity for 2 turns, which means that he is the anti-Harley Quinn, he's the anti-Eclipso, he's the just about anybody who's going to debuff you within the first toons, which is a lot of debuffers themselves. So your team won't get stunned. He's also tanky as all get out. His A3 hits pretty hard and stuns. He has a call assist on his A1. He gives himself and the team shield. Like, he has a lot of great things in his kit. He's RB2, and I don't even like him. That's how valuable he is. That's how great he is. So it was hard for me to not to put him in the top 5. He is top 5, number 4. And I'm sure somebody's going to like disagree with it, but I mean, he's top 4. It's not like I said he was, 20. He's in there. He's up there. All you lantern heads, breathe, okay? You got a lantern in the top 5. All right, chill. Next on the list should be obvious, I guess. Well, maybe not obvious. It is Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter, whole team starts out with awareness, which is incredible. His A2, once you get the legendary point on there. Have I taken? Yeah. Once you get a legendary point on there, then it also gives debuff immunity whenever he uses his A2. He hits pretty damn hard on his A1 and his A2. It requires a little bit of ramping, but that is what it is. And the reason why he is the meta, quote unquote, in PvP right now, if he is, I mean, it's kind of balanced to me. But anyway, 95% chance for each ally to gain 20% turn meter and awareness at the start of battle. So that 20% turn meter at the start of battle is the reason why everybody's going through this nightmare scenario of trying to keep of speed in the first place, of having Cheetahs and Martian Manhunters. You pair him with a Lady Shiva, a Batwoman, and a Wally West. Have a good time. And then gain +1 awareness to all allies when an ally dies. So the awareness, make sure that your team can actually survive unless you run into a Shiva or a Flash. You can ignore awareness. It helps with survivability, at least out of the gate. Then he'll also give you debuff immunity. He will also stun and remove buffs on his A3. He will give himself awareness and everybody debuff immunity on his A2, and then he hits pretty hard and does a call assist on his A1. So I think he's the best lead in the game. I really do. And I love using him. I use him all the time. I still haven't gotten bored with him yet. Now, number 2 is one of the most infuriating and annoying characters in the game, but you cannot deny that he is incredible. You have to have him. You have to use him. If he's on the other side, then you have to find a way to stop him, and that is Ezreal. If you don't account for Ezreal, he will wreck your team regardless of what affinity it is. The way that he ramps up, and actually, let me go to this passive ability, whichever one it is. Yeah, so 75% chance to use Holy of Holies when an ally receives damage. Like, stupid. And then he'll gain an overheal as well. If I get that last legendary point when I actually have enough frags, he'll gain overheal as well. Come on now. And so his Holy of Holies is where he gives himself 15% turn meter up, 27% shield, 4 strength ups, basically a whole lot of stuff. Like, if you haven't run it, if you've played this game for longer than a week and you haven't run into an Ezreal and figured out how obnoxious and annoying and infuriating it can be, then I don't know what you're not playing the same game I'm playing, okay? There's no way in the world you could be playing the same game I'm playing and not have run into an Ezreal and realized, I hate this man. So, Ezreal, number 2. Number 1 is a character that I actually love in terms of within the game. I love him in the game. However, it's infuriating how often you see him. All of you have figured it out by now. There's no way for you not to have figured out who it is. Sorry if I'm checking something real quick on my list, just to be sure. Oh, well, that was the thing about Arcus. Not Arcus, but Ezreal. Anyway, so I'll keep that off the list. So if you hadn't been able to tell yet, and yes, he's also categorized as a hero and a villain. He's both. Black Flash. Black Flash is incredible simply because of this ability here, passive ability, 90% chance to gain 2. Well, should be 100 if I ringed it out. I don't even have him ringed out, and he's still a nightmare. Reset, chased by death, not chased by death. Not yeah. Did I already? Oh, did they correct that grammar mistake? Because it used to be chased by the death, and I remember putting that in a video when I was reviewing him. And I think they've corrected it. Okay, good. You corrected that grammar. Awesome. Somebody using Microsoft Word spell check. So anyway, it resets chase by death cooldown. So you can, anytime someone dies, put it this way. Once you get one enemy down, once you kill one, the rest of your team is screwed, because all it's going to do is just he's going to reset that cooldown. He's going to reduce all your turn meters, and then just keep going at it. If you want to have some fun, run him with Red Hood at lead, and then Kaga and Wally West, and it's nothing but turn meter manipulation. Other side doesn't get a turn, and if the other side has a Martian Manhunter or a Cheetah, put in Martian Manhunter at lead instead of Red Hood. But in any case, yeah, Black Flash, as obnoxious as he is, how I'm sick of seeing him in every single, you heard me crack my knuckles, that's how infuriating I am. Infuriating he can be, because he's on every team, and no matter what, if he's on the other team, I have to put him on my team, unless I want to run an invasion comp, which I do have an interesting highlight video that I've been meaning to release the last 2 weeks of an invasion comp team that was pretty successful. But unless you want to run like a pure evasion comp team and then just hope to God that he misses Harley Quinn and Dove and Cassandra Cain and Batgirl at lead, which would wipe him out, period. If there's a Black Flash on one side, you got to have a Black Flash on the other side. So that is my top 10 list. Going down that, we got Barda at number 10, Arcus at number 9, Wonder Woman Coda at number 8, Cheetah at number 7, Lex Survival Suit at number 6, Darkseid at number 5, Green Lantern Hal Jordan at number 4, number 3 Martian Manhunter, number 2 Ezreal, number 1 Black Flash. So comment below what I've done wrong. Comment below what you disagree with. Comment below if you think one. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you made it all the way this far, I'll just offer this quote unquote challenge. If you're going to tell me that something is wrong with the list and you think that so-and-so should be added, then remove one. If you're going to comment below and be like, hey, you know what? Wonder Girl should have been on this list. Why is Wonder Girl not on this list? Okay, yeah, you're right. If you think you're right, Wonder Girl should be on the list. So then who would you remove from the list and replace with Wonder Girl? There you go. So in any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.